Welcome back to the Big C Sports Network, guys. This week we kick things off in NYC as our Las Vegas Raiders head to East Rutherford to take on the Jets. Now, the Jets are looking for their first win of the season, but the Raiders are looking to play spoilers. First quarter action, Jets start off on offense. Le'Veon Bell takes the handoff, but Jonathan Abrams shoots the gap against the TFL. New York would punt. Raiders take over. Jacobs takes the stretch right, gets to the edge, sprints towards the sideline, and gets 8. 3 plays later, Carr is in the gun. He drops back and throws a dart to Chris Blythe. He fights but falls short of the marker. But Gruden wants to go for it. Jacobs takes the handoff and powers his way past the marker for the first down. Next play, Carr from the empty set. He drops back and finds his big tight end, Darren Waller, wide open over the middle. He gets upfield and picks up 28 yards. Then on first, Jacob gets the rock, follows behind his blockers, but gets stood up, but he picks up 8 yards. Next play, Jacobs gets the ball again, finds a lane, but gets hit short of the goal line. And then 2 plays later, Carr fakes the handoff and hits Blythe on the bubble screen, and he walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders! Vegas goes up 7-0. Next Jets possession, Bell gets the handoff, jukes out Conley, turns the corner, makes another move, and gets 11. 3 plays later, Darnold from the gun. He tries to go over the middle and gets picked off by Terrell Conley. That's INT number 2 on the season for the rookie linebacker. And Carr would come out throwing. Look at this dime over the middle to Waller between 2 safeties for 32. 2 plays later, Carr with the drop back and throws a dart to Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Vegas up 14-0. We're near the end of the first. Donald drops back and throws it up for Crowder, and somehow he comes down with it. What a catch. We start the second quarter. Bell finds some running room on the left, cuts upfield, and picks up 13 yards. A few plays later, Darnold goes back to the air, swings it out to Bell. He shakes Conley again and gets stopped at the goal line. Next play, Darnold looks to throw, but Marquel Lee comes on the blitz and gets the sack. 3 plays later, Darnold goes play action and hits Charles Clay in the end zone. Jets get on the board. Next Raiders possession, Josh takes the stretch right, turns the corner, jukes, and picks up 11. Then Carr from the gun. He connects with Blythe on the drag. He jukes back inside and picks up 8. A few plays later, Carr with the deep drop, and he throws a dot to Blythe on the sideline for 8 more yards. 2 plays later, Carr goes back to the air, slides to his left, and look at the touch on this ball to Blythe for 19. But the drive was stalled and would lead to this field goal by Carlson. Raiders go up by 10. We got less than 2 minutes left in the half. Darnold with the 8-step drop, and he's going deep to Crowder again. He makes the grab. He is torching Worley today. Then Darnold goes back to the air and links up with Clay, and the big tight end picks up 25. But their drive was stalled and would lead to this Greg the Leg field goal, sending us to the half with the Raiders up 7. Starting third quarter, Carr comes out in the empty set. He slides to his right and throws a dart to Renfro coming open over the middle for 15. Then Carr with the RPO and hits Williams on the slant, and he turns on the Jets and gets tripped up after a huge gain. 3 plays later, Carr from the gun. He drops back, but here comes the rush. McAfee gets the sack. Daniel Carlson will come on to kick the 51-yard field goal and is good, extending the lead to 10. After Jets 3 and out, Carr hands it off to Richard. He finds the lane up the middle, weaves through traffic, and picks up 12. 2 plays later, Carr goes back to the air and threads the needle to a sliding Waller for 13. Next play, Jacobs takes the handoff, finds the lane up the middle, drops his shoulders, and he picks up 18 big yards. A few plays later, Carr from the gun throws a great ball to Waller on the sideline for 16 and the first. 3 plays later, Jets send the blitz, but Carr gets rid of it quick over the middle to Robert Foster. He turns on the speed and dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Vegas is up 17. But here come the Jets. Bell takes the handoff, but gets wrapped up in the backfield and would stay down and miss the rest of the game. Later drive, Darnold drops back, and look at this gorgeous ball on the outside of Quincy Enunwa for 23. 2 plays later, Darnold goes back to the air, tries to throw it to the outside and gets picked off by Trayvon Mullen, and he is gone. 66 yards to the crib. Touchdown, Raiders. And that would do it. Vegas moves to 2-0, beating the Jets 37-17. Derek Carr finished with 196 yards through the air and 3 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, big day on the ground, 127 yards rushing. And the Raiders defense forced 3 turnovers. Next up for the Silver and Black, a division battle with Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming up after the break, GSU went 4 weeks without their star running back, but now Pierre Jackson is back. How the Tigers fared in the swamp against the Gators. For behind-the-scenes fun and family vlogs, hit up our weekly vlog channel. We've got almost 1,000 family fun videos over there. Join the Mag Pack. Link is down in the description. Welcome back, guys. It's been a rough 4 weeks for Grambling State Tiger fans. In week 1, back-to-back Heisman winner Pierre Jackson went down and would miss 4 weeks, but the team kept rolling. That's what happens when you have a team full of 4- and 5-star prospects. But Pierre is back, and the Tigers are going gator hunting. To the swamp we go. The #1 ranked Grambling State Tigers are in Gainesville this week to battle with the 14th ranked Gators of Florida. In the last 3 games, the Tigers have gotten off to slow starts, but not this week. First quarter action, Walker comes out throwing, hitting Clark on the sideline for 11. Next play, Jackson gets the handoff, goes straight up the gut, finds some running room, and picks up 13. Later drive, Walker from the gun, and he connects with Mike Jones on the slant, and he fights for 14 yards. Next play, Jackson takes the power right, gets the edge, catches a block, and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Grambling! Welcome back, Pierre. Tigers up 7-0. Gators take over his 3rd down. Clifford tries to set up the screen, but gets picked off by Cedric Turner, and he is gone. Pick 6 for the freshman. Touchdown, Grambling. Just like that, the Tigers are up 14-0. Next Gators possession, Clifford pitches the option to Pope, and he's got some running room on the left. He stiff arms his way to 23. Then Pope takes a delay, finds a hole on the left, but gets rocked by Travis Haley, and it's a fumble. Marcus Jones dives on it, Tiger ball. And the G-men look to capitalize. Walker with the deep drop, and he hits Mike Harper over the middle for 17. A few plays later, Walker goes back to the air, hitting Jackson on the angle route, and he picks up 15. Pierre out here showing the whole repertoire today. The drive was stalled, and Mike Davis will come on to kick the field goal, giving the Tigers a lead 17-0. Gators take over. Pope tries to take the sweep outright, but Brian Chase is there to get the TFL. Florida faces a 3rd and long. Clifford drops back, but here comes the rush. Mike Anderson is there to get the sack. Tigers take over, and Jackson is running hard. He finds the lane right up the middle, and he spins his way to 17 yards. It's hard to believe he missed 4 games. 2 plays later, Jackson gets it again, hitting a hole on the left, dropping his shoulders, and picking up 14 more. Next play, Cody drops back. He swings it out to Tim Clark, and he goes beast mode, breaking 2 tackles and getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Grambling. What a run by the tight end. Florida looks to answer. Clifford drops back. He steps up in the pocket, gets hit, and fumbles. Bird dives on it. That's GSU's ball. Tigers with the short field. Jackson goes up the gut, shakes the safety, and gets brought down short of the end zone. And on the next play, you got to finish what you start. Jackson punches it in for the 2nd time today. Touchdown, Grambling. Tigers out here exposing the Gators. Florida looks to get things going. Clifford drops back, tries to take off, but gets sacked, this time by Dan Bird. Gators would punt. And here comes GSU. Cody drops back and hits his cousin Antonio on the curl. He spins upfield and gets 19. Later in the drive, Walker goes back to the air, hitting Clark on the drag, and he powers his way past the marker. 2 plays later, Walker drops back, and he's going into the end zone. He finds his cousin Antonio. Touchdown, Grambling. GSU's up 38-0. There's a minute left in the half. Clifford drops back. He tries to sneak out right. He breaks the tackle and gets hit by Turner, and it's a fumble. Brian Chase jumps on it. Tigers ball again. And Walker would come out slinging the rock, throwing a dot over the middle to Hicks, and he gets down to the 25-yard line. Then Cody shows off his running ability, escaping out to the right, turning the corner, and stepping out after picking up 14. We got 12 ticks left in the half. Walker drops back. It hits Tim Clark again over the middle, and he gets down to the 2-yard line. And on the next play, EOC would punch it in. Touchdown Grambling. And that would do it. The Tigers come down to Gainesville and get Gator boots, destroying Florida 52-3. Cody finished with 192 yards and 2 scores through the air. Welcome back, Pierre Jackson. 21 carries for 137 yards and 2 scores. And on defense, it was the Cedric Turner show. 3 tackles, a pick 6, and a forced fumble. Next up for Grambling State, the Buckeyes come to the hole. But first, let's talk about this impressive first half by Grambling State. The G-men held the Gators to 29 yards passing and 56 yards rushing. They also forced 4 turnovers that led to 45 points in the first half for GSU. Just a dominating performance for our Tigers. Coming up after the break, we hit the hardwood. San Jose State looks to keep rolling, and the NBA announces 2 new teams are coming to the league. Make sure you guys keep it locked. Welcome back to the show, guys. It's been a great run for the San Jose State Spartans. Winners of their last 5 games. They're sitting at 16-5 on the season and are projected to be the number 3 seed in the tournament. Next up, the Idaho Vandals. To the dome we go. Great ball movement starting off for the Spartans. Kirkley takes the screen left, kicks it out to Bryant, and he finds Knight wide open behind the arc for the 3-bomb. Next trip down, the Vandals take advantage of their strength in the post. There's a nice drop step here from the big fella for the layup. Then Idaho shows off their ball movement, swinging it around, dropping it down low. The big fella misses the layup, but he gets it back and gets the deuce. But here come the Spartans. Sin gets the screen, takes it across the lane, and drops it off to Bryant for the layup. But this is where the Spartans excel. They're out on the break. Knight brings it up and feeds it to Bryant down low for the tough lay-in. Later, the Vandals turn it over. Knight brings it up. He kicks it out to Kirk. He sets up the offense. Takes the screen left and hits Bryant rolling to the basket, and he puts number 24 on a poster. Next possession for the Spartans, Kirk gets the pick, and he finds an open lane for the layup. I'm liking Seneca Knight running the offense for the Spartans. He dribbles into a crowd, and that leaves Bryant wide open for this nasty dunk. Spartans go up 3, and San Jose State would stay in attack mode. Kirk brings it up, kicks it over to Knight on the wing. He catches the screen and goes right down the lane for another easy layup. Idaho has some shooters. They work the ball around, and number 25 rises up and knocks down the 3 from the corner. But this might be the best I've seen the Spartans post players play. Kirk hits Taylor on the bounce pass, and he goes up for the layup. But the one thing that's killed San Jose State all season is those cuts. Just like this one, Idaho gets another easy 2. Spartans lead down to 2 when Kirkley catches the screen from Lee. And watch out, here comes the big fella throwing it down with one hand. Idaho tries to work the ball around, but Balmer picks it off, and he's out on the break. And look at this bounce pass to Seneca Knight for the easy reverse layup. Vandals now down 6. 25 catches it on the wing. He pump fakes, drives to the lane, and he goes up with 2 hands to throw it down. Vandals try the full court press, but Kirk breaks it. He gets into the lane and drops it off to Lee for the monster jam. We got just under 2 minutes left in the half when Knight gets the steal, and he's off to the races. He gets the lay-in. San Jose State up 6 when Kirk gets the screen from Lee, and he drives to the basket for the layup. Spartans would go up at the half by 8. Start the second half, the Vandals can't stop Seneca Knight. He takes the screen, goes down the lane for the easy deuce. Then on the inbounds, Kirk breaks the pressure. He drops it off to Knight. He attacks the lane and then hits Bryant, and he tries to bring the rim down with this dunk. Man! But the Vandals are still fighting. They dump it into the big fella, but his shot gets blocked. But Idaho gets it back, and they swing it out for an open 3. The lead is down to 7. And as we mentioned before, the cuts are killing the Spartans. Number 12 cuts down the lane and gets the reverse layup. The Spartan lead is down to 5 when number 24 at the top of the key. He fakes the pass down low, swings it out to number 25, and he knocks down the jumper. Later, 25 swings it over to number 24, and look at this dime to number 35 on the cut. San Jose State up 1, but the Spartans are too strong. Kirk gets the screen right, swings it over to Knight, and he knocks down the 3 ball. Then Kirk takes the screen, gets caught up by 2 defenders, but somehow he gets it to Knight for the layup. Then after a miss, Spartans get out on the break. Kirkley throws it ahead to Balmer, and he gets behind the defense for the layup. The lead's up to 6 when Sen gets the screen right, pulls the defense to him, and kicks it to Balmer for 3. Bottoms. Later, Kirk calls for the screen, drives right, drops it down to Wallace, and oh my, one-handed poster. We got 5.5 left in the second when Kirk cuts across the lane and hits Nolden, and he goes Dr. J with this reverse dunk. But the Vandals are still fighting. They drop it down low to number 24. He gets double teamed and kicks it out to number 35, and he's wide open for the 3. Later on the inbounds, Kirk gets the ball, catches a strong screen from Seneca Knight. He attacks the basket, drops it to Bryan, and he goes reverse for this dunk. Spartans up 6, and the full court press gets to the Vandals. Balmer gets the steal and gets fancy with the dunk. San Jose State would get the dub, 72-66. Seneca Knight was the lead dog this week, 20 points and 6 assists, and Captain Kirk had a double-double, 11 points and 13 assists. We wrap up the show with some breaking news from the NBA. The league announced today that they are expanding, adding 2 teams, one to the Eastern Conference and one to the Western Conference. The cities, Nashville in the East and Las Vegas in the West. No mention of team names just yet, but I'm sure both fan bases are excited. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to ring that bell, join the Noti Squad, and follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, and IG at IamBigC. Yes, I have a new Twitter, Facebook, Instagram handle. It's at IamBIGGC. And we'll talk in the next one. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.